Hello and welcome here on the Tunze YouTube channel. You know, actually the Tunze company is a manufacturer, and as one of the industry leaders, our backbone is not this YouTube channel, but all the retailers around the world. The retailers that guide you or that guide people that start with their tanks and help them to get this passion, to love their tanks, to get all the trouble. And one of these great persons that is owning one of these huge shops here in Bavaria is Franz, my friend. We already did a video on our German YouTube channel. We will link it down in the description, but I promise you we will do an English video as well, because his shop is just awesome. And he has created this huge tank. And in this video we are going to present you all the details and the technology behind it. Let's first talk about the history of this tank. Franz customers, they never had a tank before. Imagine you start with a hobby and you are building such a masterpiece in your living room. Isn't this crazy? But it's also, if a dealer is guiding you, it's not a miracle, it's possible. You need help when you start with it, but it's actually possible. What is super interesting about this tank, it's actually one tank, but it's also two tanks and it's connected. I mean, look around, you have this huge tank here, only some numbers, it's 19 millimeters glass, so 3/4 inch. This is 2.5 feet, roughly 80 centimeters. And this is 3 meters and 80 centimeters in length, so roughly 12 feet. So it's already massive from this side, but look here, there's another tank on this side and they are both connected. I mean, this is just amazing. Look at the depth. I mean, you hardly find a tank like this in any living room. And here in the heart of Bavaria, you have one of those. In total, this one, or let's say two tanks combined here, and the technical compartment below us is 1,400 gallons. So it's really massive. To build such a tank, you need a craftsman that is setting it up locally. You cannot carry something around like that. You have to make sure that the floor is able to withstand the heavy loads. Let's say it's a Giga project, but you know, Franz's shop is called Giga-Zoo. And Franz's philosophy is a hobby only makes fun if you're exaggerating. That's why he's calling his shop Giga-Zoo, and really he's the man for these Giga projects. So another question you might ask yourself, how old is this tank? I mean, it's not mature yet. It's just set up 3 months ago. It was filled with water, and 6 weeks ago the fishes were moving in. So it's still under construction, but it's definitely worth to see it already. Another question you might ask yourself, how can you create flow in this massive tank? And here Franz has used several of his tricks. I mean, you hardly see flow pumps, but you actually have a lot of flow in here. And also you can see one of his typical signatures. He's gluing these rocks on the back wall, so you really have the impression of a real reef and not this artificial thing that also is legit, of course, but his way of creating tanks is creating real reefs. In this real reef you have over there a Stream 3 shooting upside down. So here you see no sand at all. It's way too strong yet, but you can always lower the flow rate. Another one is set here, and this is amazing because you can see the brute force of the Stream 3 on this rock here, and you still have all the flow. This is about, I would guess, at least 6 feet, and you still have strong flow here. And now you ask yourself, how is the flow connected through both of these tanks? And Franz has created a closed loop system running with a flow pump. This is really cool. You have two pipes with a standard 63 millimeter diameter. They're running with two 6255s. Now you would guess, is this enough flow? But look on the other side. It's super cool. Here you have the outlets behind this rock. And if you look at the surface of the water, you can really see the movement. The total surface of the water is super clean. You have good flow. Over there you have another stream 2 running and another stream 3 here. It's super armed with flow pumps, and it's super armed with flow pumps made by us. I'm very thankful that Franz is installing our products, mostly because he wants reliable premium products. If you install them on such spots, you hardly reach them and you don't want to repair them all the time. Also very nice, on a lot of tanks you have a total mess of cables. But this here really is a premium setup. You have all the Tunze hub controllers here controlling all the flow pumps in this tank in a very clean installation. Well done, Franz. Now let's see how's the cabinet filter or the technical compartment of this tank looking. Now we are here at the Sump. It's actually also in a garage, and it's a very special construction of Franz to make this whole tank as low maintenance as possible. So here you have the osmosis water, here you have the skimmer in the first chamber. It's our 9460, the biggest skimmer that we are manufacturing for tanks up to around 1500 gallons, so it's a perfect fit for this huge tank. Here we have a chamber with zeolite. We have a return pump from Abyss that is pushing all the water back to the main tank. This here is a buffer chamber. In case the return pump is switched offline, here the water is buffered. And on the other side, if you want to do a water change, Franz has a very special system here. This tank is filled by the RO unit. You can just throw in 10 kilograms of salt in it, let it mix, and then you just switch on this return pump here, and it's pushing the water all the way here. Then the return pump is sucking the water and is pushing it directly to the main tank. So on this side, when you do the water change, all the water is pushed here in this buffer chamber. The return pump here is pushing it back to the tank, the fresh salt water, and all the rest, the old water, is then pushed here, and in this direction you get rid of it. So it's very low maintenance for such a huge tank. It's, as you just have seen, working perfectly. So on the next step, this tank is getting another upgrade. Franz is typically using a hybrid system. He's using the bulling system, but for these huge tanks, he's still and also using a calcium reactor, as you have a redundancy if one of the systems is failing. And Franz is a big fan of calcium reactors, as they are a very natural thing, and the tank itself is a system of its own. And a calcium reactor suits this circular system the best, because you're basically using old corals to feed it. You're starting the circle with a calcium reactor. These two systems are a great fit for this great tank. I hope you had a great time experiencing this Giga project. If you want to see more of this, and if you want to support our channel, then please leave a like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.